Good evening and welcome to Omnibroslive. I'm Omnidog from Omnidog's Vault, one of the Omnibros, and I'm here with another Omnibro, the Omnibus Collector himself, Omni. Hey Omni, how's it going, buddy?
Is that my nickname now?
Omni, yeah.
Omni.
Hey,
I thought that was I think that's Omar and Melanie when they're together.
Oh, are they Omni? That makes sense.
The portmanteau of those names.
Good word.
That's one of those big old Scrabble words.
Hey Gary Sandberg, you're like the only one in here. Good to see you. I don't know. I feel like I set this up and sent it out in time.
Yeah, I know we got it. You set it up live like what, 30 minutes ago?
Yeah, and I see that we have some viewers up on the little eye, but maybe they're all lurker. Okay,
there we go. I just saw everything pop in. What's up, everyone? And Lou will be joining us soon, is what he said.
Okay.
So we'll have Lou on here, but tonight, everyone wants to be heard now. Everyone wants to make sure that we know they're there. Thank you.
I'll put everybody up. Happy Friday evening, guys.
We're going to talk about some recommendations of different books that y'all might want to check out ahead of these Marvel Disney Plus shows that are coming out. Now, we're already, halfway or whatever through WandaVision, and Marvel has released and subsequently sold out of some recent Vision and Scarlet Witch collections, such as the saga of Vision and Scarlet Witch with the classic stuff and the James Robinson book. Those are selling rather well and rather quickly. Obviously, a lot of attention from the show. I'd recommend if you want those, if you see them. I think, Jess, didn't you go to Amazon or something to grab one of those?
For Wanda and what's the name of that one?
Saga of Wanda and Vision.
That I had to pay cover price for that, I think, which is better than paying twice that on eBay or something. Amazon was where I saw it, but if you want really good prices on really good books, your choice is, of course, In Stock Trades, where you can get your collected editions up to 50% off. Loyalty discounts add 2% to that. At the end of every month, we're given a $50 gift card from In Stock Trades to give away to a lucky viewer who could be not you. $50 or more in an order in the United States, free shipping. You pack 4 Omnis in a box and get free shipping for that? Dude, you are lucky. Dude and dudettes. Fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. Hey, that's InStockTrades.com. Even though we just said Amazon, where you have to go to get Vision and Scarlet Witch.
Hey, business is good, basically, on those books.
Yeah.
Things are moving so fast that we can't even get them. What's up, Lou?
Hey.
What up, Lou?
Good. How's it going?
Lou out of the blue.
Yes, sir. Sorry, I'm late.
So we're going to be given some recommendations in regards to various Marvel Disney Plus shows. Already mentioned that a lot of the popular stuff for WandaVision is currently sold out at a lot of places or selling out. So we're a little late on late on that one, but we can still talk about stuff like Falcon and Winter Soldier, Hawkeye, the Miss Marvel show coming, and all kinds of other exciting things. We've got a year of Marvel TV coming up, and it's nice to be caught up.
I have a question. I was wondering it today because I looked at this book and I've had it forever, which doesn't mean I've read it, of course. I have not. This book.
Yes. Yeah, that I think collects a later series. It says on there Abnett and Lanning.
Right.
Several years ago, I think around the time that Age of Ultron came out, during that marketing window, Marvel put out that trade paperback as well as an Avengers Quicksilver paperback, which had a Quicksilver series from roughly around the same time as that Scarlet Witch one. I have not read that material, so I can't say anything personally about the quality or whether I would recommend it as reading in regards to the show or anything like
How
that.
dare you suggest anything Scarlet Witch is anything other than awesome?
Well, if you had read your books, Jess, then you would know.
I don't even have a comeback to that one. You're right, 100%.
I'm still here, guys. Just give me 1 sec.
Okay. Here's an important question for you, Ryley.
Oh. Hold on, I was trying to look at something.
Oh, is
Ryley's thoughts on Whis versus Galactus. So Tyler was talking about apparently an argument that he was having with someone else about Whis from Dragon Ball Super versus what was it, Rune King Thor, which I haven't read the Thor material where he becomes Rune King version, so I couldn't comment on that. And my only comment was, we definitely don't know the extent of Whis' powers. Isn't that right, Gio? We don't know how strong Whis is.
Hi, Gio.
I have no idea what we're talking about, but yeah, sure.
The question is super nerdy. I believe this is the nerdiest we've ever gotten. A Dragon Ball Z character versus Galactus.
Oh, the Dragon Ball character. I'm gonna give it to Galactus.
I was gonna say the same. As strong as I think that Whis is, he's not a planet eater.
I'm getting there. I keep eating more Subway sandwiches. I'm going to be the size of a planet.
Galactus is going to come after your ass.
So what series do we want to start recommending books for first, as far as these D+?
I'm going to start.
We're going to talk about Carly first, because she read Vamp Veronica and Betty and Veronica based on my recommendations, and they were both so great. Carly, I'm so pleased that you were happy with my recommendations. That's great. I'm glad that you like those books. Let's go back to the boring topic. Oh wait, here's another compliment for me. Thank you. Okay, what's the boring topic?
Which series do we want to start with as far as recommendations go? I think the next one up after WandaVision is the Falcon and Winter Soldier. So do we want to start with that?
Do we know anything about it?
We've got the Falcon, who has been handed the shield by Captain America. Spoiler alert at the end of Endgame. So I think he's kind of wrestling with identity there and having to take on the new role as the new Captain America. And meanwhile, he's got his buddy Winter Soldier next to him, and they got the whole buddy cop vibe going on. And we've got Baron Zemo coming back from Civil War, and now he's wearing the classic purple hood. And as well, we're getting the U.S. agent John Walker is going to be showing up as it looks like the government-sanctioned replacement for Steve Rogers as Captain America.
Oh,
so we're working with some pretty major characters, and Agent 13 is back, Sharon Carter.
Well, that appearance of John Walker should make my issue of Captain America worth at least $5 now. So I'm cashing in and spending it all at, I was going to say Big Bad Toy Store, but I'll say in stock.
It's okay. You know where you're going to spend your money.
Yeah, it was just before we signed on. I was on a talk with Tyler Blunt about toys on Big Bad Toy Store, and I said, then I looked and Ryley was on the show, and I was like, "Oh, it's time to go! I gotta go.
Let's go." So, what recommendations? What do you guys think? What should people be reading before they watch this if they want to be ready, so to say?
Well, there's lots of Falcon and Captain America books.
Yeah.
Are there Falcon and Winter Soldier books?
There's one that was more recent. Yeah, it was a recent miniseries.
Okay.
And it was, I forget who wrote it, but it's definitely playing more off of the vibe of, I'm looking up right now for all the information, playing off of the vibe of this show. It is out and at stores now. I think it looks like the ship date was 1/27, so that's out there. It was written by Derek Landy with Federico Vicentini on the artwork, with cover art by one Dan Mora. And this was an okay miniseries. I read this and it wasn't the greatest thing in the world. But if you're just itching for something with those two together, then this is going to give you that. But it's definitely something that was done as something leading into the fact that they were going to have a team up show.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, there might be some instances where they're both on the same team together, but there's not another specifically Falcon and Winter Soldier team up.
When I started liking Marvel comics, there were two that I bought as a teenager: Spider-Man and then Captain America and Falcon. I don't know why, those were just the books I really dug. So I really liked 70s Captain America and Falcon. So I'm happy to collect those Captain America Omnis that feature Falcon that are coming out right now. I think Volume 2 is due sometime soon.
Yeah, the classic stuff.
Yeah.
So we do have, of course, if you're looking at the idea of Falcon becoming Cap, we do have the whole, I like to just call it Captain Falcon era of the books and stuff, where show me moves, but towards the end of Remender's run on Captain America, which is getting an omnibus in the near future, we do see Falcon take on the role of Captain America, and he gets a new colorful costume and stuff. And that went from a 6-issue miniseries by, I think it was All New Captain America by Rick Remender, which should be included at the end of that omnibus, into the beginning of Nick Spencer's run. And Nick Spencer's run is, as well as including that 6-issue Rick Remender miniseries, which wasn't originally a miniseries. It was supposed to be ongoing, but then he left Marvel after Secret Wars. After that, all that stuff is collected. I'm trying to get my words straight. There is a complete collection with the Sam Wilson Captain America material that includes that initial 6 issues by Rick Remender, and then I think there was a miniseries, I believe by Dennis Hopeless, that came after that or during that time, and then it collects the first chunk of material written by Nick Spencer, and a second volume of that should be coming out soon. Let me check on dates and stuff like that, but that's going to be a good one to grab if you're looking specifically for seeing Sam Wilson as Captain America.
That's a current thing?
That was the previous run on Captain America prior to Ta-Nehisi Coates taking over.
Okay.
Ta-Nehisi Coates. So yeah, Volume 1 is available. Volume 2 is due out. It's either I think the beginning of March. And together, this is going to be collecting, should be the majority of all the material of that run by Nick Spencer, which was contemporaneous with when Nick Spencer did the whole Hydra Captain America run that leads into Secret Empire. So if you're not into that stuff, just keep that in mind, that this does tie into all those things. For my money, I would say that this series, the Sam Wilson stuff during Spencer's run, is way better than the other half of the stuff with Hydra Steve and all the stuff leading into Secret Empire. And after Steve comes back, we see a recent solo series with Falcon that's written by Rodney Barnes, and that is collected in a paperback called Falcon Take Flight. So those are some of my recent recommendations for Falcon-related material.
I am one. It may just be me, but I didn't like the idea of the whole Hydra Cap thing. Am I supposed to show this right now?
Yeah, no, later. That's my pick.
Oh, all right. Oh,
Go ahead.
yeah. I just something about the Hydra Cap thing just didn't do it for me, and I got the Captain America hardcover that came out recently within the past year or so, and it had an awful lot of callbacks to that, so I really wasn't able to get into that Captain America book. So I'm going to be putting it up for sale on the Omnibus Collectors page.
Was that Ta-Nehisi Coates? The
Yeah.
newest? Yeah. It's like he had to do a lot of like cleaning up after Secret Empire.
Right. Yeah. And I don't know. Maybe I should give it another chance. No, I don't think I'm going to give it.
I mean, if you don't like something, you don't like something. No one's forcing you to enjoy it.
Right.
There's too much stuff out there to enjoy, so just move on to the next one.
Yeah, like Brave and Bold, which I watched an episode of this.
I love that series.
That's such a fun show.
I'm so excited that I listen to Geo and I have something to. Every morning I watch a Batman animated series and then a Brave and Bold.
Perfect.
Because I get up way earlier than everybody else in my house, including the dog. So I watch it on my iPad and it's perfect.
Matt, I would recommend you read it all the way up to the return of Steve Rogers. And after that,
Right.
Oh no, you're good. Then after that, you could pretty much just drop it.
This is the question. This is the question you were addressing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Everything is gold, and then it hits Return of Steve Rogers, and it screams of editorial interference, and you can pretty much just drop the book after that.
Oh.
I really enjoyed the latter part. That when it's Steve again in those 20 issues, that stuff is okay. But the other stuff with the Winter Soldier ongoing series, where he wrote, I think, 12 issues or so, that stuff was killer. And that's in the 5th omnibus, The Return of the Winter Soldier.
What we don't have is the I think Jason Latour took after Brubaker a little bit for a Winter Soldier series. That shit kicks ass.
Yeah.
A good Winter Soldier series.
That is another recommendation, talking about Winter Soldier stuff. I think that's unfortunately a little bit hard to find, but you should be able to read it easily digitally. Comixology, Marvel Unlimited. I think it's titled Winter Soldier Electric Ghost.
Yeah, and if it's not Spider-Gwen, I don't think Marvel's rushing out to publish anything with Jason Latour's name on it right now.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
But that was a great follow-up arc. And the stuff after that, I believe this is the next series after that, whenever it took place. As far as Winter Soldier stuff, in my opinion, the highlight of anything that's not written by Brubaker is when Aless Cott took over with Marco Rudy and Langdon Foss on artwork. And it was Winter Soldier kind of becoming the new man on the wall, taking off of Original Sin. And however you felt about Original Sin, this is a great like spin-off type thing from that. And you don't really need to know anything except for that he's taking over a role that existed that we didn't know existed. And it is amazing. And if anyone has can screen share some artwork for that, I don't know if Jess can pull up some of the Marco Rudy artwork from Winter Soldier. It is.
How do you spell his name? The last name?
Rudy.
Okay, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, HydroCap thing didn't work for me. I thought Dan Slott did it much better as far as that concept with the Superior Spider-Man.
And we didn't have to burn our comics. We didn't like it.
Oh, no, there were some comics that were burned for Superior Spider-Man.
No, I know, but compared to that Cap stuff,
God damn, do I miss Superior Spider-Man?
Yeah, it was not the finest stuff in the world. I don't know what the thought was as far as Spencer, like why that was his focus. I'm guessing media tie-in because we had just had in the movies with S.H.I.E.L.D. being Hydra happened around that time. And so you get that media tie-in with like, oh, hey, now we're going to have Cap say Hail Hydra, but be for real about it. But then the whole, the same thing that they always say about this stuff where they're like, it's not a hoax, it's not a dream, whatever. And then it winds up being, something that's not legit anyway, in some manner. Like, the toys are going to be put back in the box.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it never changes.
Spencer to me is kind of an interesting character because I read probably the first 10, 12 issues of his Spider-Man run. Didn't do it for me. But I think he really excels in just really quirky and weird characters, which is why I love Superior Foes of Spider-Man. That is one of the funniest fucking books I think I've ever read. It's such a trip all the way through.
Yeah, that one's really great. And I feel like his Spider-Man, like you were saying, I'm about 2 months behind on everything right now, but that run, I had so much hype for it because I was like, oh man, he's going to be so good with this. Like, this is the type of character he'd excel on, and the artists are going to be great. And the art was great, but the writing, it just felt like retreading stuff that we saw from Spider-Man back in the 90s. It's like Spencer's just trying to do what he probably grew up reading, and it's not pushing Peter into new and interesting grounds. I will say that the more recent arcs have been better. The stuff with like where you finally get to learn about the main enemies and stuff that have been in the series since the beginning of his run.
Right.
I forget the name of the thing, but the dude that has like millipedes on him. That stuff has been good. The last couple arcs have been good, but it's been a really like up and down, like every few story arcs you get something that's really good. But I'm like, damn, how has he been on the series for this long?
Yeah. I think it needs new blood. It needs new blood badly.
Yeah.
There is no, at least as far as I'm aware, there's really no anticipation of something, say, like, I know I keep pushing this guy, but like a Venom or a Hulk or even the recent Eternals, which has seemingly really been really good with Kieran Gillen and Asad Ribic on art, and it just looks gorgeous. But for me, there's really no momentum with Spider-Man, and I think it does need new blood and a shakeup in order for it to kind of move a little bit forward. Chip Zdarsky did a mini.
There we go.
That I kept hearing was beautiful.
Yeah, Chip's series was great. All of his Spider-Man, his Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man, and that went over. He ended that, and then he did Life Story, and now he has the new. There's a symbiote Spider-Man type of thing. It's a what if story, but yeah, this series had such beautiful artwork.
This is what you wanted.
Yeah, that's Marco Rudy's artwork.
Did he also do Scarlet Witch with James Robinson?
He might have done an issue of that because that one was a bunch of different artists in each issue.
Okay, well, I found a lot of issue 1. Yeah,
so this was kind of a sci-fi take with the character, written again by L.S. Cott. And Cott does not do mainstream comics anymore. He quit because of a lot of issues at Marvel. But man, the work that he did do when he was there was something else. Or they, I think they is their preferred pronoun, so I didn't want to mess that up. But that the artwork by Rudy is just so impressive throughout that entire series. And then Langdon Foss comes in at some point, and Foss is fine, but when you have the artwork by Rudy in there, it's just not the same level. But I do highly recommend that if they have it on Comixology, because that one I looked into recently. The trades are pretty dang expensive. I highly recommend that one.
That's the Winter Soldier with the art that I just showed.
Yeah,
with Alice Cott and
Marco
Rubio.
Yeah, Mark Rubio.
Wait, are they going by Rubio now?
No.
I'm messing with you.
Oh, I don't know anymore. I really don't.
Marco Rudy.
Gio, did you have something?
Yeah, sure. If Jess can share my little window over there. It's a little unconventional, but if you want to enjoy the cheesecake, stupid 90s series about Avengers United They Stand, it's on Disney Plus, and you can watch it, and you can see the gloriousness of Falcon right there. That's my recommendation. If you want to have some fun.
Isn't that the purple Scarlet Witch right there?
Yeah, and since we're going to talk about WandaVision, I assume, then you can also enjoy the show because it has both characters, Wanda over there and Vision as well.
And we've got Hawkeye in a really 90s costume right there.
Yep.
Whoa, is that Wonder Man there in the center?
Yep.
You know how I knew that?
Because of the big old W.
Yeah.
But the thing about the show was they didn't have the license to do the big three for the Avengers, so they only show up in like one episode, and the rest of them is just the West Coast Avengers that you're seeing right there fighting against Ultron and other villains. And that's
right next to Hawkeye, is that the Wasp?
Yeah, Ant-Man also shows up, I think.
Okay.
It's a really bad show. Right? It's a really horrible show. It's terrible. It's one of the worst shows ever. But if you want to have a laugh on a Friday night before you put in the Falcon and Winter Soldier show, hey, I got you, bro. Just watch United They Stand. It has the best intro, though. The song is amazing. It's so cool. But everything about it is just a garbage 90s show.
And who's the feral chick down at the bottom?
Is that Tigra?
Tigra,
okay.
whatever.
Which is totally not a knockoff of a certain DC character.
Yeah. You got a cheat over there. We need a tiger. What's wrong about that?
I could see the pitch meeting for that.
Yeah.
They got a cheetah. Fuck it, we'll get a tiger.
Yeah, basically.
I'm strangely attracted to this team and to watch this show. Is there like a whole season of it?
Yeah, just 13 episodes. It's on Disney Plus, and it's terrible. Just don't blame me if you're like, oh, this sucks. I'm warning you. It is terrible. But if you want to enjoy a bad superhero TV show, animated show, then I wholeheartedly recommend watching The Falcon in Avengers United They Stand. Or however.
I am completely going to blame you when it sucks. So that is too bad.
I'm in. You sold me. I'm watching this. I'm so in.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I mean, they couldn't use the big three, like I mentioned, so they just show up in the opening of the show. That's it. And you think, oh, you're going to watch Captain America, Thor, Iron Man. No, they're not on there. They didn't have the budget for it.
I was just thinking, if they could animate The Room with Tommy Wiseau, I would watch that. An animated The Room.
That'd be pretty awesome.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Wait, what's the name of the show, Gio? So I could pull this up and watch it this weekend?
Avengers United They Stand.
Okay, I'll talk about this Sunday.
This is a geomentation.
I'm watching this.
I think you'll love the opening. The song is extremely catchy, but everything else is just garbage. Yeah.
So they lure you in with a false sense of security before they dump the crap on you.
Yeah, it aired back in the day in Fox Kids, so it's that kind of demographic, I guess. I don't know, but I remember watching it back in the day and thought, man, this is not that great. I'd rather watch Spider-Man or the X-Men, not these fools.
Cool.
Fox Kids, so it was like when Bill O'Reilly was little.
Fox Kids had a stellar lineup. I mean, I'm derailing the episode, but they had a stellar lineup back in the 90s. You know, X-Men, Spider-Man, Digimon, Avengers, I guess. I don't know. They had a bunch of cool shows.
Jackie Chan had a kids show, and it was awesome.
Yep.
You guys really need to get with Gabe and do an animated show. You really do.
That'd be a fun one.
Because there's so many cartoons that you guys watch, and you all have an amazing memory for them. I think the audience would absolutely eat it up. They all remember all that stuff. That's a good. We have to have Gabe on it, so maybe a Sunday show.
By the way, I just found out that it had a comic book tie-in. It had somebody at Marvel thought, "Hey, let's print out Avengers United They Stand as a comic book." I'm looking at the comic covers right now.
Did it have more issues than there were episodes?
I don't know, but I want to show you one image, and I promise this is the last one.
Okay.
Because I think it is pretty badass what I'm going to share with you guys.
Cool. Let's see it.
Look at that.
Oh, yes.
Dino fighting action.
Dino fighting action.
Oh, my God.
Who is that delivering that punch?
Who's that hero?
I have no idea. I guess we're gonna have to read it.
I think that might be Hank Pym.
That looks awesome.
Because it looks like he's
sense.
grown, so he might have gone giant.
And there's all those characters in the background.
And I'm assuming it's written by Ty Templeton. Didn't Templeton do a lot of work with like the animated Batman comics?
Yeah.
So that might be a decent comic.
There's Black Panther over there. Wanda trying to do something. I don't know. Captain America. I don't know what he's doing. With
What's up with the shield color being black and white?
Yeah.
U.S. Agent. It all ties back to the show.
Speaking of U.S. Agent, I don't have a lot of like U.S. Agent focused recommendations if we were talking specifically about him, but a series that I can talk about with both at different points, U.S. Agent and Baron Zemo, would be the Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts is getting its first omnibus really soon. Fantastic series. I highly recommend it. But I'm going to talk more about the part that has U.S. Agent in it. During the Jeff Parker run, and people who watch the show know how I feel about Jeff Parker from his stuff on like Red Hulk and other series. Jeff Parker has basically Luke Cage leading a team of villains who are prisoners at the raft, and basically if they go on missions, then their sentence gets decreased by a little bit. So he has this crew with a bunch of characters like Sin, Crossbones, Juggernaut, and John Walker, the U.S. agent at this time, who's he's in a wheelchair and he only has one arm. He is the warden of the raft. So he appears at points during this series kind of like as Luke Cage's boss. And eventually Jeff Parker turns the series into a Dark Avengers title where, if I'm not mistaken, pretty sure I'm right, U.S. agent John Walker does get to don the costume and get his shield back, and he becomes part of that iteration of the Dark Avengers. I highly recommend Jeff Parker run. I don't think it gets enough love. I was reading it in singles when it was first coming out, and it's just really fantastic. It's a great, just fun team book, because you get all these villains who are having their own relationships and stuff and their own kind of ideas about what they want to do while being led by Luke Cage, who's just trying to keep everyone in order. You have Kev Walker does a lot of the artwork in there, and that's where I really learned to appreciate Walker's artwork. And there's a lot of other characters, that appear. I think Songbird is in there, and Mr. Hyde. So yeah, definitely check it out. This is Jeff Parker's Thunderbolts.
Oh, okay.
He started writing it during the Siege crossover, but his run really starts in the next volume. The first volume of it is titled Caged, or Thunderbolts Caged, Thunderbolts Caged. I don't remember exactly, but the picture is a big Thunderbolt with Luke Cage standing in front of it. It is a chef's kiss run.
I just read 2 Jeff Parker books. I don't know if you've read them, but there is James Bond books.
Yes.
Have you read them?
Yeah, I've read all them James Bonds.
They were good.
Yeah, he does some great work. That was his like the James Bond origin, right?
Yeah, it was really good. 2 books.
He has a really great knack for writing kind of, I don't know, like that era type stuff. Like he wrote Flash Gordon for a little bit, and that was a really great, really fun Flash Gordon series. And I think, I don't remember what artist did that with him, but it was someone great that did it with him. Did anyone else have anything recommend for Falcon and Winter Soldier before we scooch on over to the next show?
I can recommend all of the 007 books by Dynamite. Taylor and I are reading them. They're all great. Every single one of them is great.
So read that before you watch Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
That's going to inform your
Soldier, yeah.
It'll inform your experience.
Exactly.
Winter Soldier is such an interesting character to me, simply because I don't think many people have gotten him right after Brubaker and Latour. I don't think they necessarily know what to do with him.
They got him right in the movie.
Oh yeah, they did. But in comics, for me, I can't really recall too many runs where I'm like, man, they nailed him.
Yeah, the best I would say is that L.S. Cott run. But everything after, like, he was the lead of a Thunderbolt series by Zeb Wells, I think, and it was like, it's okay.
Yeah.
he's had a few different appearances and things, but never anything that's like. I think Secret Avengers by speaking of from earlier, Nick Spencer. Nick Spencer wrote a pretty decent Secret Avengers, and then L.S. Cott took over, and Winter Soldier was part of that, and that was pretty good. But it's probably the only team book that he did that he was part of that really worked for me.
Okay.
Oh, I can totally not recommend that book that he was in. That I did a quick review on a couple Mondays ago. What was the name of that? It had Spider-Woman in it and Blade and it's a new
Strike Force.
Yeah.
Strike Force.
Oh, it was remarkably awful.
I love it.
It had so many great characters in it. I'm like, I can't wait to read this. Boring.
Oh, wait.
Right?
Is this an early recommendation for the Golden Kirkman for next year?
It is a solid contender. As a matter of fact, I don't want to read anything worse than this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was Angela in the team?
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Angela was on the team. One of my favorite characters.
Yeah.
I feel like it was a team of characters that were just swept to the side because they had nowhere else to be. And because a lot of them also didn't have their own solo books at that time.
Yeah, there was definitely no chemistry between them. I think Wiccan was in it, and it's if anything's worse than that, I hope I don't read it because it's a total Golden Kirkman book.
So it's like a random team generator, and that came out, and they're like, yeah, sure, let's do a comic book about it.
I think it spun out of War of the Realms. And so like it was a bunch of characters who like met for an issue or something during War of Realms.
They addressed that in like the introduction.
All right, well, I think the next series after that one should be Loki on Disney Plus, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what have y'all for Loki?
Kieran Gillen.
Yeah, I was going to say that. The Omnibus, the Journey into Mystery.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely great. And I think I know what Jessimus Prime over here is getting.
Yeah, I'm pulling out.
Yeah, his go ahead, Gio. I think I cut you off on that one. Sorry.
It's okay.
Agent of Asgard.
Agent of Asgard is so fun.
So Al Ewing's writes in that one kind of the young adult teenage Loki going on some solo adventures after Gillen's run. And Al Ewing, of course, is one of those people that when I told Jess, like, yeah, that's the Al Ewing run, he was like, of course it is, because everything Al Ewing writes is great. But that one's great. And not only is it great, but it's also getting reprinted, that complete collection. So if you missed out on it before, you can definitely jump on it. And it's going to be a good one to get if you're looking at watching that series. We're also getting that Loki Classic Omnibus, which I'm not really too crazy about because it's just kind of a haberdashed bunch of Loki-related Thor issues.
Oh, is it Silver Age, like his first appearance?
Yeah, it's just basically all the classic issues of Thor that Loki winds up appearing in.
Just indulge me and tell me, who does that look like to you?
Tyler Blunt?
That's not who I was thinking of, but it's a great guess.
I was going to say
like John Travolta to me.
I see it.
I can see it. I was going to say something completely different, but I could see John Travolta.
Yeah,
I could see that. Is that the series where people lost their shit because he was like bi or gay or something like that?
Probably.
I think that's what it is, right?
Yeah, probably. I don't know. It was either there or like maybe Gillen did it in Young Avengers.
Yeah, I don't really. I don't care whether it's characters anything.
Yeah, that's a great run. That Al Ewing book. He's also prominent in Kieran Gillen's Young Avengers. That run. Gillen had a series of books, man, where he was just crushing it writing Loki. Whether it was in Journey into Mystery or whether it was into his Young Avengers run, he really, really did a great job with that character. I loved his stuff with him.
He definitely did a lot to kind of redeem him, I guess. Taking him from just being a villain to being a central character, which was important because, as people know, they want to create that synergy between the movies and the TV, or movies and the comics. Mm-hmm. And in the movies, while Loki was a villain, he also has started becoming a character that people care to see more of. And in that, we see him kind of come in as an anti-hero and a reluctant hero in different places. And now he's getting his own series. So, you know, he's Gillen did a lot to kind of feed into that people's obsession with the character around that time, and gave us a really nice new version of the character with the young Loki that appears in Journey into Mystery, who's this kind of mischievous god who's not quite there yet as far as the power goes and as far as everything that we know him for goes. And you see a lot of his character in caring about the people around him, and not only that, but he did a good job in establishing some supporting cast and stuff. And that one of my favorite things is we get the dog out of there, Thori. I really love that came out of that.
I love that part in Ragnarok where he put Odin in an old folks home, and they go to show up at the old folks home. It's all torn down. Like, he was just here. Well, he's not here now.
I love Thor Ragnarok. That movie
too. That is one of my favorites. I thought that was a hilarious movie. Yeah. Let me see if there's any questions that are. We're done with Winter Soldier, but here's somebody. Sazra, would you guys mention Winter Soldier Bitter March by Remender?
That's right. I forgot about that one. That's going to be in that omnibus that I did mention.
Hayden has a recommendation too.
Winter Soldier omnibus?
No, the Remender omnibus.
Oh, that's the one that I paid for by buying all those Captain America Remender trades.
Thank you.
Not easy being me.
Yeah, that one, the Captain America by Rick Remender omnibus, will include all 25 issues of his Cap, Winter Soldier, The Bitter March, and all new Captain America Fear Him 1-4, which is the miniseries I mentioned that is written by Dennis Hopeless, but I think Remender wrote it. And then all new Captain America 1-6, as well as his, I believe this is his final work at Marvel, was Hail Hydra 1-4, which was a Secret Wars related miniseries.
I wonder if I should upgrade. It didn't take me much to find those trades because I was interested in his Dimension Z storyline. And I don't know. Maybe I should upgrade to that Omni.
There are a couple of other Loki books out there if people are feeling completist. I guess there's the Trials of Loki, that one which came around sometime close to Siege, I think before Siege, written by Roberto Aguirre Sacasa. I hope I didn't butcher that too much. There was also the Vote Loki miniseries, written by Christopher Hastings, who's known for a lot of his more comedic work, and I believe also was the writer on Gwenpool. There's also the Loki miniseries that spun out of the War of the Realms, and this was written by Daniel Kibblesmith, who wrote the Lockjaw miniseries, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Have you read that, Gio? Lockjaw miniseries?
Nope, I have not.
I want to look it up and make sure I'm not just having a fever dream of something that never existed. But yeah, Lockjaw, Who's a Good Boy by Daniel Kibblesmith. It's got a 4-issue miniseries plus some material from the Once and Future Kings miniseries. I think there was a backup in there relating to Lockjaw, and that spun out into his series. But Gio, I especially recommend it to you if you can find it or read it digitally or something. It's a really fun little mini series.
If it spun out of the Future Kings, then I may have read some of it. I don't know, but yeah, I'll check it out.
It's I'm going to read the description. This has nothing to do with this episode, but I just want to read it out because it was a fun mini series.
We're getting a Miss Marvel show, and I'm pretty sure Lockjaw's going to be teased. So go ahead.
There you go. Yeah. At long last, the giant-sized dog has his day. When Lockjaw learns that his long-lost litter mates are in danger, he springs into action to save them. Are they inhuman like him? Can they teleport? Could they possibly be as gosh darn cute as their big brother? And where is Lockjaw headed with the washed-up hero D-Man? Would you believe the Savage Land? But Zabu, the world's last saber-toothed tiger, isn't happy to see them. And what the heck does the curly-tailed Spider-Ham have to do with Lockjaw's quest? Plus, it's slobbering time when the Thing spends the day looking after Lockjaw. What a revolting development. More Shaggy Dog stories featuring the Inhumans teleporting hound.
I'm in.
So that one's out there.
D-Bag?
D-Man.
D-Man.
Or Demolition Man.
Yeah.
Wow. Is that how many issues is that? 4?
It was a 4-issue miniseries, I think.
That sounds like fun.
I want that.
Yeah, 1 through 4. 4-issue miniseries. I recommend it. If you want something that's lighthearted, that's fun, that's funny, that just is kind of a tour around the Marvel universe, and also for people who like dogs, which is all of us. That's a good one to look at. Did anyone else have any specific Loki recommendations?
Not on him.
No.
Gio, one recommendation I would give that's not Loki but is going to be related to the series is Dan Slott's She-Hulk, because that has a lot to do with a group called the Time Variance Authority, I think is what it is. And there's some material in there with the Time Variance Authority, which is basically like time cops that arrest people for messing with time and time traveling and stuff like that. And they appear in the Loki series. And that's where Loki's locked up because the Time Variance Authority has taken him in for messing with time.
Mm-hmm.
Babylon Shadows can't stay, but he wants us to know that we're awesome.
Thank you.
Well, that's very kind.
You're awesome, Babylon.
Yeah.
Thank you. And peace and love from Malaysia. Omnibros, to all the Chinese friends here. Happy Chinese New Year. And Gong Chi Pat Chai.
Happy New Year.
That was a really good... I think you pronounced that pretty well, Jess.
Oh, thank you. I was just kind of...
It's your long-kept secret that
I think it's Year of the Ox, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so, yeah.
I think Oxmeat Pete is in the chat.
So I don't know what comes next after that, but it might be... Is it going to be Hawkeye after Loki?
I got you. The list is...
Are we including movies in this?
Well, this year it's mostly going to be Disney Plus shows, and so that's, I think, what we're just focusing on here.
Falcon and Winter Soldier, Loki, and then we got What If.
What If?
The animated one?
Yeah.
So we are getting now a second omnibus announced. So we're going to have at least 2 What If Omnis. I think Omar's video about the second one went up today. So anyone that didn't see that announcement, I don't know all of the different stories that are going to be in what, or you can do, what Jess did, and Jess,
you're welcome,
who bought us those Omnis.
You're welcome.
I know what are they showing already? They're doing something with the zombies and something where Peggy Carter is Captain Britain.
Every episode of the What If takes a What If approach to an MCU movie.
Yeah.
So you have one with Captain America, Guardians of the Galaxy, et cetera, et cetera.
Well,
the Guardians one is, instead of Star-Lord, What If T'Challa was the one that was abducted.
That sounds cool.
And
I think that's
Chadwick did the voice work.
Yeah. I was going to say, I think that's his last performance, is that he was able to get the voice work done for that.
Oh. We have a super chat from Mario Rodriguez.
Good luck.
I summoned you to this live stream. Sorry, buddy.
Thank you so much for the super chat.
Not going to happen. I appreciate your $5, but he's taking a break. for a month.
We'll send that to him.
Yeah, he needs the $5.
Omar, this was for you, but you weren't on.
Yeah.
So I don't know what other what if things we could recommend, but what comes after what if?
Miss Marvel.
All right.
Wow.
All right, let's go, guys. What do we talk about for Miss Marvel?
That's an easy one. I mean, you just pick up G. Willow Wilson's run.
Yeah, you got to go with the omnibus.
Yeah.
Or the hardcovers or whatever.
Yeah, and then there's 3, 4, and 5 after the first Omni.
Mhm.
I'm hoping that if this show is successful, that they'll either release the second omnibus or redo an all-in-one. Geo has something.
Oh no, go ahead. You're not gonna say what I thought you were gonna say. I'm disappointed.
Inhumans omnibus.
Yeah.
So obviously, if we're getting Miss Marvel, and if they're not changing her origins and stuff, then she is going to be Inhuman. And of course, Geo is our resident biggest and most disappointed Inhumans fan. We definitely need some sort of Inhumans omnibus, whether it be a classic omnibus that collects all the original material from Fantastic Four and the old stuff from what was it, the Adventure magazine, or I forget what comic it was that was in. It was the same magazine that had Beast when he first gets his fur. That's something that I would definitely want. And then, like Gio said, maybe we'll get a little cameo or something for Lockjaw.
There's a rumor that in the Miss Marvel show, there's a casting call for an Inhuman character.
Oh, okay.
Says that on the casting call.
They're looking for actual Inhumans?
Yes.
Wow.
So I wonder if they're going to make any connection back to the show.
No.
No.
They're like, forget that.
I'll quit the show right there. I'm like, nope, I'm not watching it.
Like they will bury that show and pretend that thing never existed.
Yeah. Or maybe they they say like, oh, that Inhumans was an alternate Earth or whatever.
Well, I mean, they're also not. They can just sweep it under the rug if they want, because none of the Netflix shows are supposed to be anything.
Spider-Man, where there's.
They are, but the movies don't bother referencing them.
Yeah.
Well, because I don't even know if that Spider-Man stuff is going to be true, because now we have them saying that like none of the other Peters are actually being cast in this, even though they were talking about it before.
Of course they're going to say that, though. That was Tom Holland that came out and said that. He's not going to come out and say, yeah, all 30 Peter Parkers are coming. But here, dude.
They're not going to let Tom have any information, because Tom was the one.
Shook everything up last week.
I don't. I'm not want to give any spoilers, but I'm just going to say I don't think it really shook the stuff up in that way.
It can go either way.
Yeah, right now, like I'm curious to see what's going to happen with that, but I don't think it's going to go in that direction.
We're going to find out tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Which means
either tomorrow or in the next month.
Which means I got to wake up at 5 a.m. to watch it.
Oh yeah, it is Friday tomorrow, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I forgot it was. Duh, it's Thursday. We're doing the show. I spent 5 minutes lying in bed wondering what day it was this morning.
Yeah.
Because I had just woken up and I was like, is it Wednesday? Is it Thursday? When is Friday? What am I doing with my life?
I have a day clock that my wife gave me because I can never remember what day it is. It's right.
I usually remember because I'm like, what day did I make an order? And what day did I like? It used to be what day am I getting all the new comics and stuff? So Wednesdays. And now that I'm like 2 months behind, I don't pay attention to that. And so now it's just my days are bleeding into each other because I've spent 12 to 14 hours the past 2 days working. And so I'm like, I don't even remember after this, I'm going to go back to work. But like, I don't remember what I've been doing all day. And I woke up this morning like, is it Wednesday or is it Thursday now?
Well, you don't have any point of references because you're kind of self-quarantined, semi-quarantined still. I mean, that's the way it is with us. We don't have any set things like we used to do to go out.
Well, we're especially like right now not going out because it's I mentioned this to you guys earlier, and this is just going off the rails like from the topic just because, but it's extremely cold for Texas right now. I say that asterisk for Texas. It's 25 degrees outside at the moment. We have coming up on Monday, we have a low of 0 with a high of 10.
Wow.
And there's
cold.
a strong chance from Monday through Thursday of snow all through Monday through Thursday. Before that, tomorrow it's 37-21, Saturday 34-18, Sunday 21 with a low of 5. There was a 100-car pileup. I'm not exaggerating, a 100-car pileup.
I saw that. Yeah.
In the area today, not in my area, a little bit south of me, like 30-40 minutes south. At least the last time we saw 8 casualties. And when we say pileup, it's not like bumper to bumper cars wrecked into each other. Like, you watch those videos, there was like semis and stuff that were like crushing and like flipping over stuff. Yeah. And this is because those roads are frozen, and in Texas, the infrastructure is not prepared, and the city is not prepared to deal with ice on the roads. So all we have is signs that say, hey, be careful when it's cold out because the road might be icy. But we don't have people spreading salt or spreading sand. We don't have tires that are fit to deal with that. We don't have chains that people put on the tires if it snows. So if it snows next week, like it says it might, according to the where people are going to be shut in for days because no one knows how to drive. And if people are going out driving, we're going to get another 100-car pileup with they don't know how many fatalities there are because the cars are on top of each other and they're pulling cars apart to find people.
Yeah, it's bad.
So it's bad right now. So I'm stuck inside indefinitely. Anything that we were planning for Valentine's Day is done.
The Collector, you're looking at 18 degrees Fahrenheit right now, and this weekend it's going to be a high of 25 with partly cloudy and just thought I'd let you know, man.
Weather report. Now back to the action over at Omnibros with comics.
So what's after what was this? What's after Miss Marvel?
Miss Marvel, you got Hawkeye.
Oh man.
Let me just ask, is She-Hulk getting anything?
Yes, but she's not. I don't think she's getting it just yet, but it is.
Okay.
What year? 2022?
Yeah, 10 episodes.
Yeah, so I'm so excited for that.
Yeah.
But I'm really excited for Hawkeye because everything we've seen so far just looks spot on. Pizza Dog. Yeah.
And he's awesome. He even has an Instagram account. You can follow him.
Lucky the Pizza Dog?
Yeah. The trainer for the dog has an Instagram account for the dog. It's the cutest thing ever. Let me see if I can find it.
This is important.
Dog himself.
I mean, the dog shows up in most of the pictures. You don't see the trainers or anything.
Okay.
To your interest, Jess, Captain Crunch's dog has a Twitter account.
Oh, really? Sea Dog?
Except it's been inactive for a while, and there's a rumor that Captain Crunch's dog died.
What?
Oh. See, you're just the bearer of bad news tonight.
But there's a Twitter account. And you can it's just full of tweets that are just woof 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 woof. And
I love Sea Dog.
Probably one of the few people that knows about Sea Dog. So that's why I wanted to isolate you and telling you about this serial trivia.
Oh,
this is important in catching up on this feed before watching Hawkeye. I'm going to tell you that much.
Okay, I agree with that. This is okay. If this is Pizza Dog from Hawkeye, then I'm
yeah.
And that run by Matt Fraction is, God, it hurts me to say it's actually pretty good.
For about good. And Jeff Lemire's follow-up is really good too.
Yes, it is. And Fraction's run is halfway good for me.
Well, you just can't admit it, can you? You can't get yourself to admit you like.
No, I just don't like Kate Bishop in that run.
A half good fraction for Lou is a fully good fraction for someone else.
Yeah, I love that run.
It's carried a lot by David Aja's art. A lot, like 90% of the way.
There is absolutely no Kelly Sue book that you like. Is that right? Not even Aquaman?
No, none. I haven't tried her Aquaman run. I will give. In all fairness, because I know Gio's a huge fan of the character, I do need to try her Aquaman run.
Yeah.
Well, slow down on scrolling through some of these. These are great.
Oh, it's a puppy.
Who's the? Oh, he's got some of his friends and stuff too on this.
Yep.
I think Chewy heard us talking about dogs because he came up and sat right next to me.
Aww.
He was sitting at the end of the bed. He came up. Did
I
y'all
agree.
read the Kelly Thompson, Kate Bishop series?
Yeah, it's awesome. I love.
I'm gonna guess that we get a complete collection of that, but man, I would love that in oversized because there was some awesome artwork in there.
Yeah,
Oh my God, look at him proud of his medals. He's so cute. He's so cute.
I loved. I love all Kate Bishop. I agree with Carly. Kate Bishop's a great character.
And then Kelly
Oh,
Thompson wrote. Is that a puddle of pee behind the dog there?
Can we just
He's
watch Puppy Bowl for the next 2 hours? Who's down for that? Are you guys good with that?
Just look at the dog.
the puppy bowl.
The Kate Bishop, after the Hawkeye series, Kelly Thompson went over and wrote Kate as part of West Coast Avengers. And I know it didn't last very long, but that was a really fun series with a fun team of like younger Marvel characters. And she introduced a couple new characters in there that were really fun.
I agree. I like that run a lot.
Hmm.
A lot.
There's also
Yeah.
some classic Hawkeye stuff out there, but I don't think I'd recommend that in going into something about the show because it's very clearly based off of the Pizza Dog run.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't he blow himself up in Avengers Disassembled?
Yeah.
10 pages. He waves off to somebody and then he launches off like a rocket and he blows up against the bad
I
guy.
think I know exactly what you're talking about. It's been forever since I read that.
Oh God, that was terrible.
Gio, Carly wants to know what the Instagram account is called for Pizza Dog.
Give me one quick second. I have another
Jolt of something.
NFL dude got it.
Jolt of Genius.
Is the dog's name Jolt? Oh, I'm guessing.
Look at that.
Genius.
Oh my God, he's so cute.
Oh, he really is.
Dog's gonna ruin that issue.
It's fine. It's a Fraction book.
But it's the Pizza Dog issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, the West Coast Avengers book with Kate Bishop in it was really good.
I would definitely recommend people to check out Kate Bishop's stuff because she's definitely a focal point of this series. I wouldn't be surprised if she winds up just straight up being the lead with Haley Steinfeld, especially since they got a big name like her to play the character. So you may also check out Young Avengers, the original stuff by Alan Heinberg and Jim Chung, I think. And then that goes into the Young Avengers Children's Crusade. And then eventually after Children's Crusade, we got the Young Avengers by Kieran Gillen that we were mentioning earlier for the Loki stuff. So you want a little 1-2 punch of preparedness. That one has Loki and Kate Bishop. As well as Wiccan and Hulkling. So that also could be something that you read after WandaVision.
I mean, well, it's clear at this point they're setting up Young Avengers. Like, they haven't announced
I
it,
think so too.
but it's so obvious and it's so there. They've got almost all the characters already that they can put it together if they want to.
Because they've got the twins, they've got Kate, and then they also have
Loki.
They've got Loki. I don't know if they would have him younger or anything, but they also have Stature, the Scott Lang's daughter is has been recast, so obviously they have some sort of plan for her in the third. Man, my dog sheds so much. The third Ant-Man movie. Like this is just from, y'all can't see that, but it's just from like 1 second of him being on the bed. It's like,
So you're talking about these books?
you got it.
Bingo.
Now we just need a Patriot and Iron Lad to show up.
Feral Lad?
Yes, in a way.
Sure, why not?
You're not wrong. I mean, the translates.
Right. That's
I
what
don't
I
want to get your hopes up, but
Is America Chavez in Doctor Strange too?
yes, yeah.
Okay, one Chico and I'm walking out the fucking building. That shit pissed me off in that Kieran Gillen run. I don't know one Puerto Rican that says Chico every 3 words.
No.
This is how you know, like, the person writing it, all the love for Kieran Gillen, but yeah, that Kieran Gillen is a white guy.
Yeah. Also, Isaiah Bradley is his name. He's rumored to be in the Falcon and Winter Soldier show.
Oh.
So you have your connection there for what's the name of the kid? I forgot.
Patriot. Elijah as Patriot.
Patriot. So yeah, all the it's basically a backdoor pilot for the Young Avengers. I think I don't see them in a movie in theaters. They might do like a movie event on Disney Plus.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So are you saying the guy says Chico like I would say man, like hey man, he needs like hey Chico or what's up Chico?
Oh.
Yeah, it's inserted.
It's inserted way too much. It's almost every other line she says Chico, and it gets fucking annoying. I love that run, but it's too much.
Wait,
It's like
what run is this?
Gillen's Young Avengers.
Oh, okay.
it reminds me of when they did the Jaime Reyes in Young Justice. Every single line is essay this, essay that. I'm like,
God.
guys, tone it down a little bit. I mean, I get it, but with America, nobody says like Chico every single.
I don't know anyone that talks like that.
I am so saying that all the time.
Oh, God.
Hey, SA, what's up?
Welcome to Omni Chico's Live.
Orale.
She's a great character. Don't get me wrong. It's a little bit on the nose. I don't know.
Yeah, no. It sounds like you guys have legit gripes.
But I do want to see all of them on screen. I think it's going to be great.
Same. I'm excited for it.
We have 3. I mean, that's the last. Hawkeye is the last one for 2021, and then next year we've got Moon Knight, She-Hulk, and the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special.
Ooh, special.
Gosh, I wish it was a complete parody of the Star Wars Holiday Special.
That'd be amazing.
Moon Knight is easy. Warren Ellis.
That's a great entry point. Yeah.
Yeah, for anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I really hope that like they'll do, and I don't know with like the creators involved and stuff with them. Like I would love to see a hardcover that has the Warren Ellis run and then the 2 that followed it, the Cullen Bunn and Brian Wood material, all in one, because there was a lot of great artwork in that, between obviously Warren Ellis with Declan Shalvey, and then I know that, what is it, Mooneyham, or who's the artist that comes on for Lemire's run? But they did do work on Lemire's run, but it's great work in that run as well, I think, with Brian Wood. Or Bunn, I don't remember. I'd have to look it up. I'm losing my mind now.
You want to know who Lemire's Moon Knight artist was?
Give me all the Moon Knight artists.
Smallwood.
That's it.
I never read Lemire's run.
Oh, so
It's
good.
great.
Mm.
It is great. If you enjoy the kind of the style of the character in the Warren Ellis stuff,
Mm-hmm.
I think Lemire does a good job of having that same type of version of Moon Knight, but going in a different direction with it. And then after that, one of my favorite writers, Max Bemis, takes over.
Okay.
And he does a short run. And it's not nearly as good as the stuff that came before it, but it's still really fun. And as Bemis does Bemis, and he writes a bunch of stuff dealing with like mental health issues, and also because Bemis is a Jewish man himself, he does a lot of stuff with Judaism in his run as well. So some pretty interesting things happen in there. It's only 2 paperbacks, I forget what they're titled, but it's a quick run.
Okay.
They're titled "Wait for the Omnibus" because Jess is getting them.
I already have them, so if you're getting them, maybe you just get them from me, and then that's 2 of us who have bought them.
So Bemis and Lemire. Got it. I'll add it to my list.
Yeah.
You can only read Lemire digitally because for some reason that book is a super whale.
Even the paperbacks?
I don't know about the paperbacks. The hardcover is though.
Hardcover is pretty rare.
Yeah.
Or hard to find.
For some reason, it's one of those Marvel OHCs that just shot up in price.
The I think the paperbacks are still pretty available. Moon Knight, yeah, Smallwood also did the artwork with Brian Wood on his run that followed right after Ellis, and that's in the Dead Will Rise. And then after that, there's the arc by Cullen Bunn, and I'm trying to find that on my screen here. They need to get the stuff like the Vengeance of the Moon Knight run and the Huston run reprinted at some point.
I have the Huston run. I'm surprised they haven't reprinted that in omnibus form. But I also
I feel like they teased us because David Finch did the standard cover for the omnibus, and a lot of people thought that was what it was. Sorry. It's the
Also,
Doug Munch stuff.
In the chat, Hayden brings up a good point. They could introduce Hulkling in Secret Invasion, which is one of my most anticipated things ever, because that's one of my favorite storylines of modern Marvel. I love Secret Invasion. So just as long as you give me a cool looking, what's her name? Varanki? Is that her name? The Queen of the Scrolls?
Yeah.
I'm good. That's all I want.
Is Secret Invasion going to be a movie or TV show?
6-episode mini series.
Cool.
With Nick Fury and Talos, the good guy.
Oh yeah.
So I wonder if they're gonna have like bad scrolls show up and then Talos have to help Nick.
Yeah.
I don't know why I called Fury Nick, like we're on a first name basis.
Yeah, he called him Talos.
Well, I don't know Talos' last name. Talos and Nick.
I just want a super scroll. Just give me a super scroll, please.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be badass.
Well, we've got a Super Scroll on the Guardians of the Galaxy now with Dr. Doom.
Wait, hold on, time out. Dr. Doom on Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah.
The show that Gio shared earlier. I sent it to my brother-in-law and I just put the caption, one of these things is not like the other. Because it's like there's 3 separate teams basically, and each team has like 5 or 6 characters, and most of them are characters that have been part of the Guardians or are cosmic related characters. Mm-hmm. And then in the middle, you have Super Scroll in the back and Dr. Doom in the middle.
Who's writing this?
It's Al Ewing.
Oh fuck yeah, I'm in on it.
Like we have the.
Wait, is this out yet?
No, it starts with issue 13 is where they're getting the new.
That's the image.
Pulling up the picture
of Guardians. Yeah. Oh, I'm fucking in on this.
So yeah, we have like Wiccan and Hulkling and all the normal, Gamora. We've got looks like Richard Rider, Groot with his perm, and then Star-Lord on that team, and then we got Moondragon and what is that? Quasar in the back. Rocket separate from Groot. But then we've got our Super Scroll in the back.
Yeah.
And one Dr. Doom in the middle. Unless it's a Doombot, of course.
I love how they just stick him in the middle. Like, yeah, fuck it. He's right in the middle. We know he doesn't make sense there.
He was definitely the last one that they revealed. Like, it was that and then the Quasar on the right were the last 2 that they showed us.
I'm in. I got to read this. I got to read his Guardians run.
And we got Hercules up there on the right as well, returning.
I am downloading every single issue onto my tablet tonight.
It's been good. I've enjoyed it, and I'm excited to see what happens, why Dr. Doom is part of this.
Are these issues out already?
No, it says begins in April, so that's issue 13.
Good to see Mantis there.
Yeah, Mantis and Drax.
Yeah.
They got the whole crew, everyone, except for Cosmic Ghost Rider and Darkhawk.
And Cosmo.
You know what I started reading?
Darkhawk!
I started reading this the other day, and he nails Doom's voice down. Solid in a mid with that Doom run. I think it's only like 12 issues.
Are you talking about the Chris Cantwell run?
Yes. That's what it is.
Yeah. No, he's
great. It's good. It's really good.
Can we get like Doom with like a fur cape or something?
I love that he makes him such a confident prick in the book. It's great.
Well, that's a good freaking run.
Yeah, it's fun.
This seems like a good time for me to talk about InStockTrades.com, where you can get your collector's editions up to 50% off. Loyalty discounts add 2% to that. At the end of every month, we are gifted a gift card from IST to gift to you. Anybody in the world can apply in this game of chance to win a $50 gift card. You just have to pay shipping. $50 or more in an order in the United States. You get free shipping, fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com.
Nice.
And speaking of that Dr. Doom, you should still be able to get copies of Volume 1 titled Pottersville, and that wrapped up with 10 issues.
That's what I thought. It's a short series.
Yeah. Cantwell is now, if you enjoy it, he's now writing Iron Man, so you can check that out as well.
I heard good things about that.
2 Dr. Doom books?
It'll be 2 volumes. The first one is out now, and
Okay.
the second one is out, I think, next month.
Okay.
Jess, you should get on this. I think you'll enjoy it. It's fun.
And then we can get an omnibus.
I have the first one.
You have Pottersville?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, just keep an eye out for that second one, and then after you buy it, we'll probably get a hardcover release, and I'll buy it then.
Okay. I know my part in the universe. I'm cool with it.
All right. So I think we got a lot of good recommendations for all these shows tonight.
I think so too.
A lot of stuff that a lot of this is either in print or going to come back into print. There are some things that are currently out of print. One thing that is unavailable for the first time in a long time, and I just thought I'd throw this out there, is House of M. It is no longer available to order on Diamond. So I don't know if maybe Marvel's going to do something different with that now that it's out of print. Don't quote me on that. That's all speculation. But it was just interesting to see the fact that that was no longer available to order on Diamond.
But it's recorded now, so Bleeding Cool's going to write it down as fact.
Yeah. Recording too late.
So that wraps up another Omnibros Live on Thursday show. We had a almost full crew here tonight. It was a lot of fun. Active chat. Thank you to everybody in the chat for participating. Everybody watching out there, thank you for watching. And of course, thank you to the great InStockTrades.com for being our sponsor. Omnibus Collector, where can they find you in social media?
You can find me on my channel, of course, the Omnibus Collector. If you haven't already subscribed to me, then definitely do that. I get videos out, trying to get back on my twice-a-week schedule. I had one up on Tuesday. It was my anticipated manga releases of 2021, basically just completely ripping off the idea that Gio had for us a couple of manga show episodes ago. But it was a great idea, and people really like that. So if you want some views on what I'm looking forward to as far as the manga goes. And then maybe not tomorrow like I was originally scheduled to do, but probably Saturday, as I'm going to be probably frozen in my house anyway. I have plans to do a, how am I titling this? Basically Superman recommendations from a non-Superman fan. I mentioned what I meant by that on Near Mint Condition when I was on with Jess the other day. A lot of people who grew up in the 90s like myself, we grew up in a time when Superman was not very popular. It's all about Batman, of course, and it still kind of is. So I grew up with the impression of really nothing going for that character, and I think a lot of people still kind of have that, who are not comic readers. A lot of people haven't delved into much with that character because they have that like boring Boy Scout idea and mentality about him. And so even though I've read a lot of Superman stuff now, I wanted to give recommendations to people who might have had that mindset or still have that mindset that I had. So I'll have that up, if not tomorrow, then hopefully Saturday.
Cool, man.
I can highly recommend Ryley's Star Wars guide.
Again,
3 times.
Well, I'm glad that you enjoyed it, because I think I had to like yell at you to actually watch it. Because you were like, tell me what, like, Jess, I made the video for you.
I had already watched it once by then, but yeah, you yelled and I did. Lou, where can they find you?
You can find me at Comics Guide 101 on Twitter, and my old archive of videos is Comics Guide 101 on YouTube.
And the fabulous Geo. What's your story, buddy?
I ain't got a story. I just want to tell you to subscribe to my channel if you want to, I don't know, see my face and hear me talk about anime and manga and comics and other weird stuff. A Week in Geekdom. That's the channel's name.
And you can find me, Omnidog, on Omnidog's Vault on YouTube, where tomorrow I do my first statue review, thanks to Marcelo, who suggested I do it. All it takes is one suggestion, and I will make a video of it. And Omnidogs_Vault on Instagram. So, thank you everybody for tuning in. Peace and love. Peace and love.
Good night, everybody.